Hello students, let us solve ICSE 2023 Specimen question paper Environmental Science. Question number 1, part A, soil erosion can be prevented by, and the options are afforestation, deforestation, overgrazing, removal of vegetation. And the correct answer is afforestation. Next question, a 4-stroke engine is, options are more durable, produce more sound, create more emissions, all the above. And the correct answer is more durable. Next question, planting of trees on roadside land and canal banks is called, and the options are community forestry, farm forestry, extension forestry and agroforestry, and the correct answer is community forestry. Next question, dash is not an example of in situ conservation. So botanical garden is not an example of in situ conservation, it is an example of ex situ conservation method. Next question is, which of the following restricts the use of drip irrigation? And the options are clogged dipper, salting increases, initial cost of drip irrigation system is very high, and all the above. So answer is all the above. Next question, waterlogging is a phenomena in which, and the correct answer is soil root zone becomes saturated due to over irrigation. Name the movement started by these village women, and you can see the picture over here where women are hugging the tree, and this movement is known as Chipko movement. Next question is, the Earth Summit was held in Rio de Janeiro in the year, and the answer is 1992. Next question, the burning of solid waste is not recommended because, and the options are it is very costly, it requires a lot of space, it requires modern technologies, and it causes several environmental issues. And the correct answer is the burning of solid waste is not recommended because it causes several environmental issues. Next question, rural development is important too, and the options are counter urban migration, counter rural development, counter urban employment, counter rural employment. So the correct answer is counter urban migration. Next question, the benefit of satellite images is, and the options are it has a permanent record, the data is difficult to collect, the data is processed very slow by the computer, and images can't be analyzed in the laboratory. And the correct answer is the benefit of satellite images is it has a permanent record. Next question is, factor responsible for increase in population in developing countries is, options are lack of family planning facilities, good education, preference of a female child, good healthcare facilities, and the correct answer is lack of family planning facilities. Next question is, squatters settlements develop due to, options are slow increase in rural population, rapid increase in rural population, rapid increase in urban population, slow increase in urban population. So the correct answer is squatter developments develop due to rapid increase in urban population. Next question, rebuilding of soil and restoring ecosystem is called, options are forest harvesting, regenerative farming, reforestation, non-timber forest, and the correct answer is regenerating farming, that is rebuilding of soil and restoring ecosystem is called regenerating farming. Next question, when was Swachh Bharat Abhiyan launched? And the correct answer is 2nd October 2014. Next question is, a healthy environment depends upon a, and the options are healthy economy, healthy biodiversity, healthy human beings, healthy animals. So the correct answer is healthy biodiversity. Now coming to the Next part, that is question number 2 from section A. Here you can see the various questions like mention the importance of primary education in India, what are the 2 unfair trade practices, state 2 reasons for the development of mutual cooperation between developed and developing countries, what was the objectives of the Montreal Protocol, and next question, question number 3, as you can see, that state one advantages and one disadvantages of nuclear energy. So we'll discuss each and every answer in a short while. So in the meantime, you just take a look at the question paper. Here we have question number 3, question number 4. Coming to the section B, where you need to pick any 4 questions. So this is question number 5. Each question consists of 5 marks. Question number 5, you can see the energy conservation, pollution, about the air pollution, and biodiversity. There is a question related to deforestation, and next is multinational, about the multinational companies, gene bank, which is very important. And question number 8, sanitary landfill, incineration, and the next is 5 strategies, so on. This is question number 10. Let us discuss. And here you can see question number 2 from section A. Mention the importance of primary education in India. So the answer is primary education is also known as elementary education. That is the first stage traditionally found in formal education, beginning at about age 5 to 7 and ending at about age 11 to 13. So this is the answer. Coming to the next question, what are the 2 unfair trade practices of the developed countries? And the answer is unfair business practices include misrepresentation, false advertising, or representation of a goods or service. Second is false free price or gift offers, deceptive pricing, etc. Next question is state 2 reasons for the development of mutual cooperation between developed and developing countries. And the answer, first reason is establishes healthy channels for communication with other developing countries. And the second reason is to promote a policy of goodwill and create a good climate by which their common problems may be successfully resolved. Next question is, what was the objective of the Montreal Protocol? So we need to write only objective. To stop the production and import of ozone depleting substances and reduce their concentration in the atmosphere to help protect the Earth's ozone layer. Next question, number 3. State 1 advantages and 1 disadvantages of nuclear energy. Advantage of nuclear energy is it is one of the most low carbon energy sources, and the disadvantage is nuclear energy is expensive because it is very expensive initial cost to build. Construction of a new nuclear plant can take anywhere from 5 to 10 years to build and costing billions of dollars. So this is the disadvantage of nuclear energy. Next is expand PETA. State any one important function of PETA, and the full form of PETA is People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and function is ending abusive treatment of animals in business and society. Next question is state any 2 ways by which biotechnology has helped agriculture, and the answer is genetically modified crops and developing biofuels. This is the advantage of biotechnology in agriculture. Second advantage is improving plant growth and plant seed quality. Next question, give any 2 limitations of using alternative fuels in vehicles. First limitation is the alternative fuels have handling requirements that are different from petroleum fuels and some are very hazardous. Second is renewable energy is not available round the clock, and efficiency of renewable technologies is low. So these two are the limitations or disadvantages of alternative fuels. Next, question number 4. What is food aid? Food aid in general is about providing food and related assistance to tackle hunger, either in emergency situations or help with deeper, longer term hunger elevation and achieve food security, where people do not have to live in hunger or fear of starvation. Next question. Mention any two effects of imposing penalties on industries. And the answer is, it made the industries produce goods of good qualities and sell them at responsible rates. And second one is, penalties in some cases can be even higher than the profits earned on the production of the goods. Next question. What is Project Tiger? Name one national park covered under Project Tiger. So Project Tiger is a program set up by the Government of India in 1973 for the sole purpose of conserving tigers. It ensures that Bengal tiger are protected from extinction through means of habitat destruction or poaching by hunters. And the name of the national park is Jim Corbett National Park, which is in Uttarakhand. Next question is, what is Van Mahotsav and when was it launched? So answer, Van Mahotsav was started in 1950 by Mr. K.M. Munshi, the then Union Minister for Agriculture and Food, to create enthusiasm among masses for forest conservation and planting trees. In its original aim, every citizen of India is expected to plant a sapling during the Van Mahotsav week. Now coming to the section B, where you will do only 4 questions. So here we will discuss all questions. Now this is question number 5. What is energy conservation? Explain any 4 reasons for conserving energy. And the answer is, the definition of energy conservation is the decision. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Turning off the light when you leave the room, unplugging appliances when they are not in use, and walking instead of driving are all examples of energy conservation. Now coming to the reasons for conserving energy. So first reason is reduce living expenses. Saving energy usually reduces living expenses. When the public consumes less fuel or electricity, decreasing demand causes price to drop. Additionally, more equipment lasts longer if people use it less frequently. This reduces spending on car, computer, air conditioner and kitchen appliances repairs. Second reason for conserving energy is benefits the environment and protects wildlife. Less consumption benefits the environment and protects wildlife. It decreases direct air pollution from machinery, vehicles and power stations. Conservation also reduces the number of harmful extraction projects and related spills. Coal mining and nuclear power accidents have caused serious harm to the environment. Third reason, less power plants. If the public conserves electricity, utilities will not have to build as many power plants. These facilities are often unsightly, generate considerable amount of noise and create safety hazards for nearby residents. Even wind turbines produce noise and kill birds that inadvertently fly into them. Fourth reason, promote health. By conserving fuel, people can protect the health of fellow humans as well. Pollution causes a wide range of serious medical problems such as lung cancer, asthma. This results in unnecessary suffering and health care expenses. Next part of question number 5. What is air pollution? Discuss any 4 ways of reducing air pollution from domestic sources. Now, air pollution is contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. Now coming to the ways of reducing air pollution from domestic sources. So first is reduce the number of trips you take in your car. Second, reduce or eliminate fireplace and wood stove use. Third, avoid burning leaves, trash and other materials. Fourth, avoid using gas powered lawn and garden equipment. Question number 6. Discuss 5 ways by which biodiversity maintains balance in the environment. Biodiversity boosts ecosystem productivity where each species, no matter how small, all have an important role to play. For example, a larger number of plant species means a greater variety of crops. Greater species of diversity ensures natural sustainability for all life forms. The role of biodiversity in the following areas will help make clear the importance of biodiversity in human life. And the first way is biodiversity and food. Nearly 80% of the human food supply comes from 20 kinds of plants. But humans use 40,000 species for food, clothing and shelter. Biodiversity provides a variety of foods for the planet. Now, second way by which biodiversity maintains balance is biodiversity and human health. The shortage of drinking water is expected to create a major global crisis. Third is biodiversity also play an important role in drug discovery and medicinal resources. Medicines from nature account for use by 80% of the world population. And the fourth way is biodiversity and industry. Biological sources provide many industrial materials. These include fibers, oil, dyes, rubber, water, timber, paper and food. And the fifth way is biodiversity and culture. Biodiversity enhances recreational activities like bird watching, fishing, trekking, etc. And it inspires musicians and artists. Next question is, to reduce deforestation and stop the indiscriminate felling of trees, the attitude of consumers must change. In reference to the above context, explain the 5 alternatives to timber. So, the first alternative is recycled paper, because paper can have a long life. Instead of putting newspapers, letter, magazines and other paper in landfill, send it to recycling factory. It will be broken down with chemicals, water and heat, strained, cleaned, de-inked, sometimes bleached, mixed with water and turned into paper that can be used to create more newspapers, magazines and more numerous steps, but with tremendous long-term benefits for our forest. And the second step is trees, but one that are not as well known or frequently used. One solution to this challenge is harvesting species that are less traditional but have similar characteristics in terms of performance and aesthetics. Crabwood, Bevabima and Carasso are among the appropriately termed lesser known species, which are a great alternative if harvested responsibly. Third way is plants other than trees. Trees contain natural fibers that are used to make pulp, and pulp is the base for a lot of products like toilet paper, packaging and fabric. But other plants also have natural fibers that can be used to make pulp. Bamboo, flax, hemp and wheat straw are just a few of them. Fourth way is materials categorized as waste. Whenever wood or paper products are made, waste known as residue or byproducts is created too. This includes sawdust, wood shavings or shreds of paper. We can reuse much of this to make such things as particle board or fiber board. And the fifth method is wood that is reclaimed. Wood from demolished barns, old wine barrel, wood pallet used for shipping large crates. Many of these are piled up and carted away as trash after they are used. They can be used to make a picture frame, new floors, or bookshelves. Wood used in this way is reclaimed wood. Question number 7. Discuss any 4 conditions put forwarded by the government of developing countries for multinational companies to fulfill before entry into their market. Give one example of a multinational company in India. Now answer is, the first step is stake in the company, that is the amount of stock in a company. Second is employment of the local workforce. Next step is good remuneration to the workforce, that is money paid for work. Next is use of local raw materials, followed by compensation in case of accidents or death while on duty. Then economic and social stability, that is financial and life structure stability. And the examples of multinational companies in India, there are a lot of multinational companies in India, but examples few are Microsoft, Amazon, etc. Next question, explain the term gene banks. Discuss the objectives of maintaining gene banks. Now, gene bank is a method to preserve and catalog plant species. It can take the form of physically cultivating the plants, preserving seeds in cold storage, and keeping a record of the genomic data taken from individuals' plants. Objectives of gene bank: maintaining viability, genetic integrity, and quality of seed sample in gene banks and making them available for use is the ultimate aim of gene bank management. Question number 8. What are sanitary landfills? Explain how they can be made secure. And the answer is, sanitary landfills are a method of waste disposal where the waste is buried either underground or in large piles. This method of waste disposal is controlled and monitored very closely. Once the landfill is set up, waste can then be added to the landfill. Instead of simply filling the landfill completely with waste, the landfill is organized in layers. The layers alternate between waste and soil. This alternation of material reduces odors and allow for more rapid decomposition, which is the breakdown of materials. Now, how landfills can be made secure? Hazardous waste disposal must be deposited in so-called secure landfills, which provide at least 3 meters, that is 10 feet of separation between the bottom of the landfill and the underlying bedrock or groundwater table. A secure hazardous waste landfill must have 2 impermeable liners and leachate collection system. Next question is, what is incineration? Mention any 4 disadvantages of incineration. Incineration is the process of burning hazardous materials at temperatures high enough to destroy contaminants. Incineration is conducted in an incinerator, which is a type of furnace designed for burning hazardous material in a combustion chamber. Coming to the disadvantages of waste incineration, first is high operating cost. The installation of a waste incineration plant is an expensive process, mostly due to the expensive infrastructure and equipments needed to build an incineration plant. Apart from this high initial cost, a waste incineration plant requires the employment of trained and devoted personnel to man its operation. The regular maintenance of the plant, which increases as the plant ages, adds another considerable cost to the operation of a waste incineration plant. Next disadvantage is significant level of pollution. While waste incinerators produce significantly fewer pollutants compared to landfills, they still contribute a considerable level of pollution, especially to the area immediately around them. The smoke produced during the burning process may include acid gases, including but not limited to the carcinogen, dioxin, particulates, heavy metals, and nitrogen oxide. These gases are poisonous to the environment. Third disadvantage is health and environment risk. According to CAP 2013, the communities where waste incineration plants are built are at high risk for long-term negative health effects such as cancer, birth defects, reproductive dysfunction, neurological problems, and other health effects that are known to occur at very low exposure to many of the metals and pollutants released by incineration facilities. Fourth disadvantage, it does not contribute to waste reduction. Incineration does not encourage recycling and waste reduction. This is not a calculated strategy for any society. The point of focus should be on reducing waste and recycling most of it. Next question is, explain the term urbanization. State the main effects of urbanization on the environment. And the answer is, urbanization is the migration of people from rural areas to urban areas in search of a job, better living conditions. This resulted in concentration of population in cities, and this is known as urbanization. Effects of urbanization on the environment. The first is, the main impact of urbanization on plants and animals is loss of habitat. Next effect is, urbanization increased the demand of resources and more consumption of energy. Third effect is increased pollution and more generation of waste. It has resulted in the development of slums where the poor migrants settle. Urbanization leads to food and water shortage. Poor sanitation leading to health problems and spread of diseases. It also created sprawls, which refer to dispersed development unit outside compact urban and village center along highways. Question number 10. Define sustainable development. Write any 4 ways of making your city sustainable. Sustainable development that meets the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. For example, using recycled materials or renewable sources when building houses or development without destroying the ecosystem or harming the environment is known as sustainable development. Now, 4 ways of making cities sustainable. First is promoting urban agriculture. When we think of agriculture, most people think of rural areas. By preserving agricultural land in urban area, we can shorten supply chains and the amount of carbon dioxide emitted when transporting food from rural to urban areas. Second is reducing and managing food waste. People in urban areas consume up to 70% of global food supply, but much of it is thrown away. Although the causes of food waste vary from one region in the world to another, generally poor food planning, inadequate packaging, improper storage and cultural practices are all contributing to the problem. Third is boosting green spaces for healthier environment and improved lifestyle. As urban areas continue to expand, green spaces are disappearing. More than just for aesthetic appeal, trees and green areas are essential for improving air quality, mitigating urban temperature, encouraging physical activity, and improving overall health. Reduce the amount of energy and resources used through improving the efficiency of system. For example, transport and changing citizens' behaviors. Reuse and recycle waste energy and materials. Obtain energy from cleaner sources. Explain any 5 ways by which agricultural development can help in poverty alleviation. So answer is agriculture sector plays a vital role in the Indian economy. Over 70% of the rural households depend on agriculture. So agriculture is an important sector of the Indian economy. Hence, the development of rural activities is directly linked to poverty alleviation. Now, the first way is speeding up economic growth. Second way by which agriculture development can help in poverty alleviation is rural growth and poverty alleviation. Third is quick development of infrastructure. Fourth is speeding up human resource development. And the fifth is development of non-farm employment. So non-farm employment means animal husbandry, fisheries, horticulture, and information technologies are the key areas of non-farm activities. And the next is public distribution system, that is PDS. So these are the 5 ways by which agricultural development can help in poverty alleviation. Thank you for watching this video. Share this video in your class group. All the best for your board examination. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for more videos. Till then, happy learning. Bye bye.